Oh, it is freaking hot.
Find table spaces, say your social graces, bow your head. They're piety, but you and I, we're pioneers.
So I haven't done one of these in a while, and I figured I would do an update on how things are going. They could be going better. We'll just put it that way. I've kind of figured out some problems with the MRP program. I think I would still recommend it overall, just mainly as an insurance, but like I said, I'm kind of annoyed at this point. I'll give you the rundown. I've been having some problems with my truck. It keeps giving me a code saying my fuel injector, my number 2 fuel injector, is having a problem. Well, one of the things with the MRP program is you have to take it to a night service center in order for them to diagnose and or repair the problem. So the last time I did it, I was down in Corpus Christi, Texas. The closest night repair facility was in Katy, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston. So I had a load at that point that was going up to Arkansas, and I couldn't do it with an engine code for an injector coming on, because if the injector was failing, it would derate my truck, and the load was like 40,000 pounds. So yeah, I would have been screwed. So I went up to Katy, and I got there at about Friday, or Thursday night, actually, Thursday night. And of course the shop was closed because, night can't be arsed to have 24-hour shops. So they got me in there the next day. They didn't get me in until about 2:45 in the afternoon, even though they opened at 7 in the morning, because owner-operators don't get priority, right? You get first come, first served, even though you're a paying customer. Which all they did was plug in the ECM, or plug into the ECM, pull the codes, and go, yeah, your injector is showing as bad. Well, here's the kicker. They can't work on anything like that. If they have to crack open the motor, they have to send it to a dealership. So, of course, by the time they got me plugged in, I wouldn't have been able to get to the dealership until after the dealership closed. Being it was a Friday, I then had to wait until Monday to get it into the shop. So I got there Monday at the dealership, and the dealership didn't get me out till about 3 in the afternoon. And all they did was plug in the little computer diagnostic thingy, run a test, and it said my injector was okay. They updated the firmware on my computer, ran or cleared the codes, and then ran another injector test and said, yeah, your injector test is okay, and let me go on my merry way. Now, of course, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it was too late for me to get a load out of there. So I ended up getting a load out Tuesday. Lo and behold, Saturday, that same code pops up again. Well, luckily this time I was taking a load down to Tampa Bay area. It was like Riverside, Florida. And so I went ahead and I took that load and I delivered it. And it delivered, I believe Tuesday? Yeah, I delivered it Tuesday morning. And so I went ahead and I delivered that, and then I took it over to the night shop. Let's see, let me make sure. Yeah, it's Wednesday, so no, Monday morning. So I went ahead and I took it over to the night shop, and of course the night shop didn't get me in until almost 3 in the afternoon, and they plugged in their little computer scanner and said, yep, it is your injector. We're gonna have to take you over to the dealership. And at that point, the dealership was already closed, so they're like, well, the way we work it at the Lakeland terminal is we set up an appointment, and then the dealership comes over and picks up your truck. You might as well go home. It's probably going to be a few days. So that's what I did. I'm at home now. Well, here's the problem with the maintenance repair program, right? Technically, fuel injectors are supposed to be covered by the maintenance repair program. But if you get it into the dealership and then the dealership determines it's not a fuel injector, you have to pay for that service 100%, which is what I wound up doing. And it ended up costing me about $500 because they also tack on the diagnosis fee for the night shop, as well as they charge a fee for processing the RO through your maintenance account and whatnot. So all in all, I was out about $500 for nothing. And then rinse and repeat. Plus I was down for 4 days. If I had just been able to take it to the dealership, I could have been in and out that Friday instead of having to wait till Tuesday. Granted, I would have had to pay the $400 or whatever, but at the end of the day, every week I'm pumping $200-300 into that maintenance repair program just to deal with 4 days of downtime, plus having to pay for the maintenance completely on my own too. I don't even know if the fuel injector is going to wind up, if this shop isn't going to just do the same thing. I wanted it to go to a Cummins shop, but instead of dealing with a Volvo dealership, because Cummins knows Cummins. They don't, whereas Volvo primarily deals with the Volvo motors. So like I said, at this point, I'm less than impressed with the program so far. Now granted, if I blow a motor or whatever, then that's covered. I don't know, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But I've made, if I add it all up over the last 3 weeks, about $700 because of all of the downtime and the maintenance costs and whatnot. And I'm not happy about it, and something needs to be done. I've talked to the people at the owner-op division about my concerns that something needs to be done about the maintenance for owner-operators, because if we're required to go to the night shops for service, we should get priority over company drivers, especially with what we're paying. It's ridiculous, and I don't know. I thought I would do an update and let you guys know how it's going. Like I said, I was doing pretty good up until this happened, and it's frustrating. I don't know when I am gonna get back on the road again. Hopefully it's soon. If it's not, I might do another video, because this Thursday, I believe, SpaceX is going to be launching the Budaban satellite or something like that from Cape Canaveral, and I live about 60 miles south of there. So I was thinking about riding my bike up there and watching the launch. So I might put together a video and put that up on my YouTube of a SpaceX rocket getting launched. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a nerd. I like my SpaceX and my Teslas and all that stuff, and I'm just a nerd. So primarily I do this video these videos just for something to do and put my thoughts somewhere out there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and post that up, or post this up, and if I go up to Cape Canaveral, I'll go ahead and try to put together a video for that. So until next time, y'all, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, and hopefully I'll be able to help someone out with the videos I'm doing. Drive safe, y'all. Who said Yamahas aren't loud? By the way, if anyone was curious, that rattling noise you hear is my keys. Need to find a better way to deal with that, but yeah, they just sit there and rattle. see. Just rattling away.